Okay, so summary and skim-r are nice functions that give you lots of information, but you can also use summarise, which is a function from dplyr, to do the same thing. So let's insert a new chunk. I haven't showed you how to do this yet. So you can either insert a chunk by going up to this little green bit up here and saying insert R, or you can use a shortcut. On my Mac, it's Shift Command I. Oh, except that maybe that doesn't work. Shift Option Command I. Ah, sorry, my bad. I go between my Windows machine and my Mac. I don't want mail right now. No, don't save. All right, so on a Mac, let me test that. It's Option Command I. There we go. We'll get you a new R chunk. All right, so the other way to do these summary statistics is to do it kind of manually using the summarise function. So we can take our March small data and we pipe it into summarise. And then we are asking R to summarise the mean, let's start with mean female, and we tell it that we want it to calculate mean female as the mean of, and then we put the variable that we want it to take the mean of, which is called female score, mean female score. If we go Command Enter to run that, it'll tell us what the female score is. And then we can kind of splice multiple things together. And this is a stylistic thing that is not at all necessary, but sometimes it's nice to put these things on separate lines to make your code easier to read. And there's a timer. So let's say we wanted standard deviation, female. We want to tell it to calculate the standard deviation of the female scores. Now you can do this because common statistical things like mean and standard deviation are functions that are built into base R, so you can just use them. So we'll get mean female and standard deviation female. Now, of course, you could do that for male and persons of color and all separately, but there's actually a faster way, but it depends on our data being tidy. Now, this data, while this is exactly how a psychology experimenter would enter their data into Excel with each condition in a separate column, this is not how R likes their data to be ideally. So really, these two columns contain information about the effect of ethnicity, right? White or persons of color. And these two columns contain information about the effect of gender. So what we ideally would like is that a column that has white persons of color with all of the data, and a separate column that has gender and all of the data together. So in the next video, I will show you how to make this data is currently in what we would call wide format, and we really need it to be in long format. And so I'll show you how to do that using the pivot functions from dplyr.